Hi guys, Donna here with your weekly mini reading for March 25th to the 31st. We are going into Easter week. We had Palm Sunday yesterday, so if you went to church with your family and you got your palms blessed, as they do in the Catholic tradition, that's always such a nice event to go to. We love having our palms blessed. Some people make crosses out of them and keep them for the year. It's always just a really wonderful memory to have of going when Natalie was little, my daughter was little, with her dad to Palm Sunday and getting our palms. So last week we had Intention, Freedom, and Enchantment from the Healing with the Angels by Doreen Virtue. We had Trust Your Angels from The Sword of Light by Riley Valentine. And finally, we had Take a Divinely Guided Chance by the Angels of Abundance. Our affirmation was, I have faith in who I am becoming. So that was a really good one to meditate on. I have faith in who I am becoming, especially because we had the intention card, the freedom card, the enchantment card. You know, you have faith in that you are becoming who you need to be, which tonight we have a full moon with a lunar eclipse. So this is really quite an intense time. We have the lunar eclipse today, and in a couple weeks we have our solar eclipse on the 8th of April. And if you're in the path like we are here, you'll be able to really witness that solar eclipse during the day. Just remember to wear the appropriate eyewear for that. Don't be looking at the sun during the eclipse unless you have the special glasses. Just a little reminder, we don't want to have anybody get hurt with their eyes. I also hope you were able to really take on, I have faith in who I am becoming, because this eclipse is going to help us solidify what we were, who we are, what we were, what do we want to be. And this is the time to start to think about that yet again, right? What is it that we need to do in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month, to start to really solidify who we are and what we want to do? How can we work in the energies of that intention, right? What was our intention? Was our intention that we were going to have, a new job show up? Or maybe new energies come in that help us, maybe our dreams, watching our dreams. Whatever it is, watch this week for the dreams, for anything that comes up for you. Be gentle with yourself, because this is really intense energy and intense times. Some of us have gotten sick. I know I'm just getting over mine, as you can probably still hear in my sinuses. Just really getting enough rest, sleeping, meditating, really, really not rushing. Because I think sometimes we get caught up in that frenzy, right, of what's going on outside. And then also just being very gentle with ourselves and giving ourselves time to assimilate what it is that we really feel we need to do or be. Right? So I'm going to call in St. Michael, Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel. Let's see what they're bringing to us this week. I always do love Easter week, leading up to Easter Sunday. It's always, I always feel like it's a new birth, right? Rebirth on Easter morn, that we're all reborn on Easter morning. The Lord has risen, indeed he has risen, and we rise with him. I just love that. So this week can be a really joyful week, even though we have Good Friday, and it's kind of sad, but we know that we're going to rejoice because we're waiting for Easter morn. So we have support, spiritual growth, and nature. Okay, so we're going to start with the first one, which is support. So this is a week to remember that we have a lot of support around us. We have support of our friends. We have support of our family. We have support of the angels, of God, of our faith, of our religion. We have support. We have support from the other side. We have support of people, loved ones who've passed on. We have just support all around us. If we can really embrace that and realize that no matter how we feel, that we're being completely supported by God and the angels, that will help with the intensity of the week, right? Next, we have spiritual growth, because during this week, we're going to have a rapid time of spiritual growth. When this occurs, we know that we're spiraling upward, right? It can be, spiritual growth can be easy if we have the intention that we want this to come easily and gently. But sometimes we find that it's a little more heavy than we would like it to be, right? I know that sometimes I have these spiritual growth moments, and it almost seems like I'm having a breakdown instead of a breakthrough. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling like you just have all of this on you and you're just overwhelmed with everything, take a moment and breathe. Stop. Take a breath. Remind yourself that you are just fine. I am okay. Ask St. Michael to come in and clear away the fray. Feel his presence. Allow him to give you the strength you need so that you can get through this spiritual growth without too much harm to either your mental or your physical condition. Because sometimes when we're going through a rapid time of spiritual growth, it involves getting ill with illness. And then we get stopped in our tracks and we can't go forward the way that we thought we should. And we get caught up in those negative thoughts, right? So we're going to cancel, clear, clear. We're going to ask St. Michael to help us this week, cut away the fray again, and help us to have that spiritual growth where we're going upwards. And if we do happen to have a breakdown, if we're emotional, because, full moons, they can be emotional. Allowing people to have feel their feelings. Now, some people can get angry, and maybe we don't want to be around that anger, but we can certainly allow ourselves to acknowledge if we're angry at someone. Instead of stuffing the emotions, we can try in a constructive way to allow the emotions out. Right? Sometimes we cry. Sometimes we feel like we're losing our minds. Oh my God, am I going to be able to survive this? But our angels are saying, yes, you can, because we're here to support you. We are helping you through this maybe challenging and rough time, right? And one of the ways we can do that is spending time in nature. If we allow ourselves to go outside, to feel expanded, when we step out in nature, it's as simple as going up to a tree and just kind of putting your hands on it, or leaning up against one, or sitting underneath the tree, or sitting on the ground. This is the grounding card. We all need to try and ground this week. How can we go out in nature or bring nature in if we're not in a place where we can go outside, where we can see the trees, where we can see the greenery? Where can we go and spend some time in nature, right? Maybe it's watching a video that you took when you were at the beach. Maybe it is the beach instead of the woods, right? I know I enjoy going to the ocean, putting my feet in the water, allowing the wave to come up to my feet, and then as it's being pulled back out into the vastness of the ocean, I just allow all of my stress to go with it. It's such a great exercise when you're standing on the beach and you can just stand there and it's so sunny and you feel the wave lap over your ankles, and then all of a sudden, the wave comes in, and then as it recedes, it takes all your stress with you. You can do that as a meditation where you visualize it coming to your ankles and then going out and receding, or coming to your knees and receding. Sometimes what I use is the energy of the light, right? That it's not really water, it's just waves of energy. And then eventually it goes over my head and then it gets receded back out into that big vastness of God in the ocean. And I'm all relaxed. You could try that, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed. Don't forget to use your selenite crystals if you have it, or rose quartz, or, it's as simple as a rock from outside. Allowing yourself to ground in whatever way you need to. Finding a way to connect with nature will be important this week, because through that, you're able to help yourself get through this spiritual growth week that you're having. And you're able to feel the support, not only of the angels, but of the nature angels too, right? Of feeling the trees and seeing the flowers and allowing yourself to expand. Because that's what spiritual growth really is. We're expanding. But sometimes we feel like we're in overwhelm because we've had all of this stuff come at us, and now we have to allow it to go. It's a process. See what St. Michael is going to give me today. Okay. The angels of healing are with you. I love this card. I think we had it a couple weeks ago. I love how St. Michael comes in with his sword, and then Raphael comes in behind it to heal. So St. Michael cuts away the fray, and then we're able to help heal. This goes hand in hand with, again, that spiritual growth card, because if you look, this is about going up, and there's that little bit of yellow in there right here. And now you look at this card, it really goes hand in hand together. So our angels of healing are with you. A time of healing is about to bless your life. Accept Archangel Raphael's emerald green light while I enhance your strength. So this could be a week when you haven't been feeling well, but now this is your week of healing, especially during that spiritual growth. Because remember what I said, sometimes you feel like you've lost your mind, or your body isn't cooperating with you right now. You got sick with the flu, or you got sick with a sinus infection, or you're just having all kinds of issues that pop up, and you're just so frustrated because all you want to do is rest. You're tired, you're exhausted, but you have to do laundry and you have to do all these things. Just stop. Stop and allow, and ask Raphael to come in. Ask St. Michael to come in and give you that extra angel. And then also, sometimes what I do is I ask all the Donnas to come in from all the dimensions to help me stay focused right where I am, especially when I need a little bit of extra strength. So I encourage you to try that. When you're really exhausted, but you still have a few things you need to do, if you can just call them in. And I just say, okay, Donnas in all dimensions, I need you here now. And I feel much better. I feel much more calm. I feel much more centered. And then finally, we're going to ask the Angel of Abundance what they have for us this week. Oh my, this is a great reading, I think. Ooh, the power of prayer. What a great week for the power of prayer, right? Easter week, here we come. Give this situation to God for uplifting and healing. And be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives you in response to your prayers. Okay, so this is all about a week of prayer, right? And it's perfect because we're having a spiritual growth week, right? We're having the support around us. This is saying the power of prayer. God will heal us. Look for the miracles this week, because this is a time of miracles, especially around the Easter time. In Christmas we have miracles, and at Easter we have miracles. And this is another week of miracles here. You might want to keep a prayer list. Who can you pray for? Maybe that's what you do. Instead of maybe feeling exhausted, maybe what you do is you ask 3 different people, what can I pray for you this week? How can I help you? Because sometimes I think when we're feeling down or we're weary, if we are able to help others, it helps lift us up. Just like this says, give the situation to God for uplifting and healing. So if there's a situation that you need prayer for, then ask God for it. And then believe that he has taken it, that he has heard your prayers, and that the angels are uplifting and healing it to him. This also is our abundance card, right? So it has to do with potentially maybe someone's getting a new job this week, or they're hearing about a new influx of income coming from a miraculous way, or they needed something to happen, and this is the week of miracles. Watch for the miracles. And if there is something that you need in prayer, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to put you on my prayer list, because I pray for all of you every day. But also know that if there's something that you need specifically, please message me on Facebook or text me if you need it, because I am more than happy to send extra prayers your way. And I'm happy to pray with you too, if that's what you need. But just be in touch and let me know. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription and the notification bell, and you will get my weekly mini reading on Mondays. Sometimes it goes out at 11 a.m. That's my goal, but I don't always achieve that goal because sometimes I get really busy, but I'm really working on having it out in a timely fashion on Mondays, barring no internet issues, because sometimes that happens too. It's out of my control. That's one of the things that I have to surrender and release, because sometimes I want it to be uploaded to YouTube. Last week before, I was having trouble, and it wasn't me and it wasn't my Wi-Fi. It actually ended up being a server at YouTube that I have no control over. But because we're in this electronic age and we're so used to having things, upload quickly, it gets frustrating if we can't get the message out. And then I have to be reminded that maybe it's in God's time and not Donna's time, and I have to back off, and I have to allow myself the grace to say, okay, well, God has this figured out, and nobody will be mad at you because you didn't get it out at exactly the right moment. But, I hope all of you are doing well, that you have a great week. If you're on spring break, I hope you have fun with your family, and know that, again, if there's anything you need, you let me know. Oh, I almost forgot. I've got to get us our affirmation of the week. I got carried away with my power of prayer that I forgot our affirmation. Okay. I live every day to my fullest potential. There you go. I live every day to my fullest potential. That's our affirmation for the week. So every day we are going to live every day to our fullest potential. There you go. So I hope you like this mini reading. I'll be back next week. As I said, know you're always on my Reiki radar, and if there's anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out. This is Donna. Talk to you later. Have a great one. Happy Easter.